Now finally, in his It's Just My Opinion segment, let's join Professor Matt Manweller.
Thanks, Skip. It's good to be back. Some of you may have noticed that I wasn't around for last month's Good News in the Valley. The reason was that my wife and I were on a 15-state, 7,000-mile road trip around America. What an interesting trip. We got to see the America you miss when you fly from destination to destination. We made a particular point of taking as many back roads as possible so we could see those parts of the country you don't see on the evening news. During our month-long trip, I learned some things about this great country, and I thought I would pass along a few of those observations. One thing I noticed was that despite the fact that the map shows us as one America, we are really four little countries united by a common government. We are a casual libertarian West. We're a formal class-conscious East. We are a religiously diverse Midwest, and we are still a warrior South. As you travel around this country, you are really traveling through four cultures that are bound by some common values. In traveling across the country, I had a chance to meet and speak with all types of people, rich people and poor people, city dwellers and farmers, the educated and the uneducated. I met old people, young people, doves and hawks, Marxists and free marketeers. And the people I met were in a mood to express themselves. After talking to all these people and finally making it home, I have no doubt that we are living in tumultuous times. People are concerned for the direction this country is taking. They have questions about where we're going to end up. But despite the diversity of opinions I encountered, I was heartened by the fact that everyone seemed to have our nation's best interests at heart, even the people I disagreed with. Given my personal experience, I can't tell you how disappointed I was to turn on the radio late into our trip and hear ex-President Jimmy Carter telling the American people that opposition to a President Obama was rooted in racism. I can tell you that my personal experience suggests nothing could be further from the truth. I didn't meet a single person, whether they expressed support or opposition to Obamacare, to even mention race, let alone imply their opposition was based on racial feelings. I don't know what made Mr. Carter say the things he did, but I do know they are wrong. But furthermore, I believe Mr. Carter's comments are dangerous and flat out un-American. Americans have always invited debate and disagreement into the realm of politics. It's in our cultural DNA. We relish a good debate. To suggest that dissent is racist puts a dark pall over one of our most cherished traditions. But I ask you to step back in time with me for a few years. Who were the architects of President Bush's war on terror? We had our National Security Advisor, Condoleezza Rice, an African-American woman. We had our Attorney General, Alberto Gonzales, a Hispanic American. And we had our Office of Legal Counsel, John Yoo, an Asian American. Yet despite all the vitriolic dissent that was levied against the Bush administration, no one ever suggested that that opposition was born of racism. To do so today crosses a line that should never be crossed. As someone who makes their living in the world of words, I'm always conscientious about the words I use. I would invite all ex-presidents to do the same. I'm Matt Manweller, and that's just my opinion, and I'll see you next month.